everyone, welcome to week 3. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to go over the agenda with you so that you'll know what lessons and assignments are in store for you this week. Let's go ahead and take a look here. The first thing you'll need to do, of course, is take the week 3 attendance quiz. Remember that the questions on that quiz will come from the material that we covered in week 2. Once you have submitted the week 3 attendance quiz, you will then have access to the lessons and some of the assignments for week 3. The first item that you will see under the attendance quiz is a brief review of week 2. Then you'll see our first lesson of week 3, which is a required lesson on research getting started. We are shifting gears. I know we breezed through sort of basic essay writing skills, and we are now going to focus our attention on research, how to do research, how to use sources properly, how to draft a research paper, how to integrate sources. We're focusing our attention on that course project from here on out. So this first lesson here in week 3 is all about getting started on the research paper. There'll be a video where I go over the PowerPoint, and there will be a link to the PowerPoint below the video. The second lesson for this week is also a required lesson, and it is called Using Sources and Avoiding Plagiarism. There'll be a video where I go through the PowerPoint and a link to the PowerPoint below the video. Both of these lessons are super important. They serve as a very strong foundation for what you'll be expected to do throughout the rest of the term as you work on your research paper. I really suggest going through both of them carefully. I highly suggest that you pay close attention to the lesson on using sources and avoiding plagiarism. Plagiarism covers a variety of instances, and not everyone is familiar with all of the different scenarios that could be considered plagiarism. So I go through those in the video. We talk about exactly what plagiarism is, all the different things that constitute plagiarism, and then there's also a section on other ways that we can misuse our sources. It's all, I really can't stress enough how important that lesson is. So please make sure you're going through both of them, because even that first lesson on getting started with research can be very helpful. It can be very overwhelming knowing that you have to write a research paper, and kind of having an idea of where to begin that process can be very helpful. So please make sure you go through both the lessons. The assignments for this week, we have our research and plagiarism assignment. It does have some release conditions associated with it, so let's go ahead and look at those. All right, so right here, research and plagiarism assignment. The first requirement is that you have submitted the essay basics assignment / quiz from week 2. So it's very possible that you will not have a final grade on that item when you go to start working on the week 3 material, but it does need to at least be submitted in order for you to access the research and plagiarism assignment. Obviously, you'll have needed to submit the week 3 attendance quiz. You will have needed to go through the research getting started lesson here this week, and you will also need to have gone through using sources and avoiding plagiarism lesson from this week. So if you have completed these 4 requirements, then you should be able to access the research and plagiarism assignment when you're ready to work on it. Now, it is much like the essay basics assignment in that it is in the quiz area, but again, don't let that cause any type of anxiety. It is an assignment. You can go back and look at the lessons to help you answer the questions. It is not any type of assessment or examination in that capacity. It is just an assignment. All right, it is for you to practice, for you to make sure that you have understood the highlights of those 2 lessons this week. All right, make sure you have that in by Sunday night. There'll be a video in the instructions that you can watch as well. Not really in the instructions, but at the top of the quiz once you start it. That might be helpful, but at the very least, just make sure that you have it in by Sunday night. And then you have the week 3 discussion. There'll be a video in the prompt that you can listen to for detailed instructions on how to complete the discussion. Try to have your first post up by Thursday night so that everyone has plenty of time and options to choose from to respond to 2 classmates by Sunday night. Remember, the week 3 discussion is technically due Sunday night this week. It will remain open during week 4, but if you post during week 4, it will only be for 50% credit, which is better than 0%. But still, if you can get it completed on time, then you can get full credit for it and not lose out on those easy points. All right, so that is week 3. If you have questions or run into any issues as you're working through the material, definitely reach out. Otherwise, you're free to go ahead and get started.